Hello everyone, Shorai, welcome to this fourth pivotal message of Unwritten, Read Between the Lines. I am the actual game master, and today with us we have our somewhat seasoned explorers.
Pardon me.
I was saying, how are you doing? Are you ready for this? All of you?
Go ahead. Ladies first.
Go ahead, get tomatoes. Yeah.
Okay. What? I was gonna say you first, but whichever. Other than the mild cold, I'm doing pretty good today. Real life's been rough, been busy.
Hello, my boy.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm also doing nice. So yeah, looking forward to the session. I'm quite curious what Zach has made out of Prodosje's Relto.
Yeah.
You'll find out soon enough.
I thought Phil Henderson's Relto was weird enough, but this sounds like it's going to be even weirder.
I'm a weird guy doing weird things.
And I'm doing fine. Kind of a little bit anxious because we are all separated, and I have no idea how we're going to get back together. But
you're with Carmen.
No, I know. But I mean,
I have no idea.
As a group, as a unit. I mean, but yeah, I mean, we're all.
Chris is an absolute unit with Carmen at his side. Nothing's gonna. There we go.
And Carmen brings so much positivity that you will soon forget all about feeling alone.
Yep.
And no, she's not on drugs, it's just her natural state. Or maybe there's a bit of snow in that too. Alright, so last time we played, our team explored the edge of Obulan, following the direction given by some stone cairns spread across the frozen landscape. They passed through old and cold farmlands, the collapsed bricks of fortified walls, and kept journeying all the way to an ancient and ruined palace with pointy domes. Passing through heavy gates, they arrived in a spacious throne room where a large tent lit with crystal out of the age, back when the Dunny intervened to take the inhabitants to a more hospitable place. Lilith noticed, however, that the slab on which the newly king book was resting had a book trace that had different dimensions from the one that was currently present on that display, hinting that the book the group found wasn't the one that was originally there. A symbol, translated by Pritika as the number 2, was also found, drawn in chalk next to this book on the stone slab. Eager to depart in hopes of warmer pastures, Pritika and Lilith warmed to Edovorgo. While dawn was slowly coming into the flat dirt ravine they arrived in, Mikito found inside the book a strange circular symbol depicting the book with a circle at the top. That symbol was scribbled out and denoted with some angry-looking writing. Carmen and Mikito then arrived in the Golden Age, only to witness a steady, violent burst of floral growth starting to invade the valley the group found itself in. Lilith and Pritika took refuge inside a small tunnel at the end of the rift, while Carmen managed to climb out of the danger. Mikito used the tide of vegetation as living stairs to escalate and jump up the basalt plateau right on the rim of the canyon. The people in the tunnel found themselves locked in by plants, but the eruption of lava also rose up a metal box inside the tunnel, which contained yet another linking book, seemingly able to take them to a shiny, transparent desert. Under the pressure of diminishing oxygen and without solid plan to escape from their stalled prison, Pritika and Lilith decided to take their chances and use the small green book Pritika came with to leave Edovorgo into a new location, leaving Mikito and Carmen by themselves on the upper level above the ravine. As the two Indian women arrive in this new place, we resume our tale. Tarov, could you please change the location of the group to Ralto ? And as you girls arrive in, what is that to say? It is Ralto at night time, basically.
Ralto at night? What do we... Just so that way I don't confuse my current Ralto with my real character, with my in-game character with the one we're seeing right now, what do we actually see in this Ralto? Is the hut locked? Is there even a hut still?
For that? There is a hut.
And are there the moons and the
Are there
Teledan
pillars there? Is there
additions? The trees, do they have red leaves? Is that water fountain at the top? Is that there?
So I've already mentioned the pages that were active since you actually flipped through the Ralto book to discern what was essentially on for this Ralto.
Oh yeah.
So as a reminder, there is some benches. There are the moons and shooting stars in the sky. You see some fireflies. You see some lush small plants with some unusual colors, and the usual stick and stones that are there, that nobody asked for, but they're still there. And yes, there is a tree.
One tree.
A very tall tree.
Oh, that is new.
Is there like
as for the hut,
tree?
You're not there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Mikito, you're not there.
It's a very tall tree. Is it in front of the hut?
It is not. It's at the usual place of the tree that you would get in Kadish Tolasa. It's just actually would you roll for it if you want to get more details.
Oh yeah, I can roll.
Which skill do you want to use?
Maybe I also have a +2 on notice now, I think, because we increased it. So maybe I will go for notice.
Okay, make a notice check. Total of 4, alright.
Yeah, total of 4.
So you see that this tree is actually old. There are some bits on the soil. It did shed some of its that I don't have. So it is taller than normal, and you would actually, would you see it at this point? I don't think you do. You just. Okay, you might notice that the ground is a bit uneven at the base of the tree, and some motif has been carved on it.
On the trunk, yeah.
On the trunk, it has some cultural pattern of Indian, mythology or simply design. It's familiar.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all you see on this tree for now.
Yeah, so someone carved a symbol into it.
Not exactly symbols, more like a decorative pattern.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like a decorative symbol, not writing, but decoration.
It's not expert, but you can at least see that there are 2 styles on this trunk.
So it's like 2 different people have carved into it?
Most likely, yes.
And both of them are Indian patterns.
At least it's Indian inspiration. You don't know if they are Indian themselves. Small detail on the hut, the lights are currently out.
And the door is closed, I suppose, and the window shade things.
Everything seems closed, and the moon is bright up in the sky. Thankfully, because otherwise you would have no light source.
Although we do have those headlamps, right? The ones that we brought from Oberlin. Yeah.
Correct.
Because we also had those in the cave when we crawled in on Edevorgo. So those ones we have, and they are rechargeable. I remember correctly with the dynamo or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that we have, but yeah, it's good that there is some external light source as well, because the light from the headlamps doesn't reach very far.
It does not, yes. But the ray is pretty spread, so it covers a large area.
Lilith, do you you notice anything?
Am I actually still connected?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I thought I was muted there for a second. I thought, oh my god. No, I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
Not that I've noticed, not that I've actually looked, of course. I'm just kind of sort of staring here at this tree and the building going, wow.
What is going on?
Well,
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I think we have to get into that hut somehow. Door seems...
Yeah, I think so too, but
We don't know if it's going to rain in this place, so it's better to get some shelter at least.
yeah.
So we should get into that hut. The door is closed.
The windows along the top there, are any of them slightly open enough that any one of us could crawl through?
Not crawl, but maybe you can pass an arm through, or maybe
Yeah,
a rest.
and it's a Relto
You want to
hut,
climb on
so
my you want to climb on my shoulders and hop over or reach through?
yes, I can try that. But it's also a Relto hut, so if I remember correctly, the roof of that hut is made of skin. So we could
Leather.
just,
Leather, and you should just be able
could
to lift
slice
it a
it.
little bit, take and slide through.
Could slice it
If you
open.
absolutely had to, we could just lift the roof up a little bit and slide through.
I think so. That is okay. But do I have to roll for athletics for this? I have athletics.
I think we both do at this point because she's climbing on my shoulders and I have to balance well enough for her to take and get up. So
you do have the balance, but you also have bruises because of your
exactly.
of your failure inside the tunnel. So now that your adrenaline is actually going down, you can feel the pain on your knees. Or actually, it's just one knee. I'll let you determine if it's left or right.
Do I roll for something?
So if you want to attempt this by yourself, yes, you will roll. I was just reminding Lilith that she had this, as this is a minor condition.
Okay, so in other words, like it might take an effect if
it diminishes your boost.
It diminishes
it could
the
aggravate
boost just a little bit.
Your state.
Okay.
Because the wound is still untreated.
Yeah, and we don't have anything with us.
We don't have anything with us.
No, because
I think you left your bags on the Volgo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we left everything there. It was just everything went up at once. So.
Yeah, and there was no way to fit it inside that small cave, so we had nothing. We have nothing with us now.
No.
Bit of a snafu.
So are we both rolling for this athletics roll to get her on my shoulders to get her to open the door?
I will say you will both roll different things. So Lilith, you will make a survival check, and Pulika, you will make an athletics check.
Okay, I'm rolling for athletics.
So it's slash roll fate.
Yeah.
I got a zip.
Lilith.
I got a big fat goose egg.
Yeah, but do you have stats? Do you have anything to add to that?
Of course. I do have stats. And which stat was it we were doing?
Survival. For you.
Survival for this one is a +1. So I actually have a +1 on this one.
Do you wish to succeed at a cost?
In this case, yes, because this is important, and I'm gonna take and try hard enough to hurt myself in this sort of a situation. So I would definitely over push in this sort of situation. So if I need to take in do what you suggested, I would. My brain and words.
Alright, so you will actually exhaust yourself a bit more and take additional damage. So it's now 2 minor consequences that you will fix at a slower rate than usual. As for you, Pulika, what's your total with this roll?
It's a 2 and then I have 2 plus 3, so it's a 5.
Incredible. So yeah, you can actually. So you yeah.
In other words, hurting myself helped.
It helped get me on the
cost, so you still succeeded.
Yeah, so I got. So what did I do? I went on top of the Relto hut and I opened the or lifted the flaps of that leather, because there are also some holes in that, and crawled through.
Actually, even better than that, you managed to actually reach the level that would. I mean, do you have to raise it, or do you have to put it down to raise the
I was actually thinking.
the window
Yeah,
flaps?
I was actually thinking. I remember there were already
Because
holes in
on a
that roof.
5, on a 5, I would have helped you to actually save the window flaps, so they are not damaged. But you managed to actually dislodge some of the contraption, and you managed to open the window on a different axis, so it doesn't tilt at an angle. You so much remove the window.
So I managed to open the window all the
Like
way,
you
stick
started
my
off.
hand through. Yeah, stick my hand through from the inside, and then open that contraption that opens the windows, and the window opens all the way. So we can get. We have a complete opening now.
You have a complete opening, and you have the window in your hands. You managed to actually take it off, so you can do whatever you want with it.
So now we have a leather screen.
I'm sitting here staring at the window in her hands, going, "Okay, I'm glad it didn't break."
So now we have a leather window screen, basically, which
Yay!
broke off.
Yay!
Which broke off a square piece of leather mounted on wood, which broke off.
Well,
It
it's
looks
not
like
broken.
broke
It
off.
just
You
it
just
didn't
removed
exactly
it.
break. It just separated
It
in
came
such a way
loose.
that you can reattach it.
Exactly. You can slot it back anytime once you get inside.
Basically,
But you still have the elevation to deal with.
basically it just slid out of the frame, and it's like, oh, this comes out.
It does come out. Yeah.
You can even change it for a prettier one later if you want.
Hey,
Customization now.
Decoration ideas, new drapes.
Or you could use the leather for something else, like you could
There
make
you
a
go,
pouch
too.
out of this or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it would make solid bandages, but I mean, it would be solid, but not very prompt to heal you. But so you have your opening inside your window. I will, on that roll, save you the factory roll again to actually get inside, so you can climb through and actually get in the hut.
Okay, and then I can open the door from inside so that Lilith can also enter.
The door opens.
Okay. Lilith.
Come in, and I stare at the wardrobe that's obviously just sitting in the corner, just standing there. The books grab my interest for half a second, but then I see them all locked up, like they are, and I go, "Well, I guess I'm not allowed touching."
Your empathy and the fact that you care for others deeply makes you notice that the knee of Lilith is bleeding.
Yes. So I think I will look in the cupboard to see if there is any cloth or anything to bandage her knee with.
So inside the cupboard, first of all, you smell something. It's some sort of potpourri of dried fruits and petals, flowers. So it's a pleasant smell, and you also see what would appear to be woman's clothing wrapped up inside, and a note that you can both read since it's in Hindi, and it says, "I miss you."
I look at you and I look at you questioningly, going, "Do you recognize that handwriting? Do you know who that is?"
Do I recognize the handwriting?
Please make a check for it. Let me know what skill you want to use.
Use your empathy skill on this one. Trust me on that.
Yeah. I'll roll for roll for empathy.
That's a 3 plus.
Holy crap!
3 plus 4, 7.
Oof. Yeah, that's your uncle for sure.
Yes. So it's my uncle's handwriting.
Yep.
I'm curious who the note is for.
On a 7, I will hint that it's not for you.
Exactly. If he wrote it for me, he would have written in Bengali and not in Hindi. He wrote for somebody who can read Hindi.
Okay, I didn't push the details that far, but that's accurate. Let's say for the sake of invention, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
What do you reckon? So this is something specific to you, not both our thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
cool.
And this is some other mystery that is now opened. That who is this woman? Because it's a woman. It's women's clothes. It's women's clothes wrapped inside this paper.
Also, it's not your size. Pretty good.
Oh. So who is it that that my uncle left this for, and why did she how did she have access to this Galto, and how does she relate to the person who wrote "Find Me" on that crystal ball? Because the "Find Me"
As
was
a
written in
reminder,
English.
yeah. As a reminder, the Rauto is nighttime, and some of you might know what this means. Out of character, but not in character.
I wouldn't offhand either right now because when it comes to Uru, I don't know either which way what controls. I know the pages do, but I don't have that particular page in my Relto right now. So
I remember
It's not a page.
Phil Henderson's Galto was nighttime, but this is not Phil Henderson's Galto because Phil Henderson's
it's
Galto
not.
did not have the Kadishtulesa tree on it. So
That's a good point.
yeah, and also on Phil
Did it
Henderson's
actually use
Galto,
that?
it was pouring rain.
Raptors. So, Lilith,
This is the Galto like Phil Henderson's, but not the same one.
I suppose that Prika, you will actually tend to Lilith's wound.
Yes.
To prevent it from being worse.
Do I find anything in the cupboard that can help me with that?
Not much, but I think that you might be able to actually be creative there and scavenge something that would at least patch the most important injury.
Okay.
And for that, it's fine. Which skill would you like to use first? Well, actually, let's just keep the essentials and already roll to medicine. You find what you need, or at least the bare minimum. Let's go to the treating part. So I will ask you for a medicine check.
I don't have medicine as a skill.
So it's a straight roll.
Okay.
To which you will be able to add aspects.
-1, and then aspects is protective, which I have.
Mm-hmm.
That one I can use. And how do I add that to a -1?
You would just spend a fate point. By the way, you all have refreshed your pool to 3, and it would turn your roll into +1, which isn't much, and actually insufficient. But you can spend that point to instead of having a +2, you have a full reroll.
Yeah, I will spend 1 fate point and reroll. 0. Okay.
Flat 0.
Better than a -1. It's better than a -1.
Now I have 2 fate points left.
Hold on. I think, Lilith, that you have some medical knowledge, so you could attempt to treat your own wound, though it would be more difficult if you do it yourself.
Well, if we're both working together at the same time,
that would have you would have needed to actually mention that before
before she would attempt to take and do that, and I'm seeing her sitting here fumble a little bit, and I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to do much better because the only skill that I have that even relates in this regard is my +1 in survival. Everything else is research and mental stuff. I mean, the craft might help, but I don't know how that would work with.
So, how it is going to affect your gameplay is that you are going to have a temporary -1 in athletics, and the situation is not resolved, and it will actually worsen over time if it is left in this state.
If it's left in the way it is, I had assumed that much at least. And I do want to do something, but we need to take in.
We need knowledge from someone else. But maybe it's an idea if I take one of the scarves that I found in this cupboard, because I wanted to bind your knee with a scarf from this pile of this pile of Indian women's clothes.
Okay.
I found a scarf, and then I want to take this scarf and keep it so that when we find Mikito again, hopefully, maybe he can
Well,
help. Carmen.
what else do we need? Do we need to take and bind my wound? Because
Better
I'm in so much.
material or
Honestly, thinking my
supplies.
character is so much in pain, she doesn't even realize it's bad.
You will need supplies that are actually meant for that and not makeshift.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the scarf would be a temporary fix, but you will need to actually take care of that properly eventually.
Yeah, with
Also, it
actual
will hinder your
bandages.
travel.
Yes. Scarf would just be makeshift in case, because neither of us has medical knowledge. That's in case we find somebody who does, that we can have someone bind it up temporarily
Well,
before we can get you to a better.
so currently binding it up currently would actually just it would stabilize the wound. I wouldn't be getting worse, but I wouldn't be getting better, correct?
It would essentially freeze the situation for a couple of rounds.
Okay.
But you are not in the recovering status yet.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Let's
get it bound first. Let's see what we can do about getting it bound with the scarf now, and then get to seeing somebody who can do something better with it.
Okay, so the scarf action is for free as long as you tell me how you do it.
Yeah, so I take the scarf to Lilith's knee, and then I tie it a couple of times, wrap it around her knee, and then tie it behind her knee.
I tell her to pull tight.
It's tied pretty tightly, so yeah, Lilith, you will still.
I grunt hard.
You will still have the -1 in athletics because you can't move your knee a lot. So yeah, you can't bend your knee now.
I can't bend my knee very much now, but at least I can walk on it and not drip blood.
At least it stopped bleeding. So that's that is not getting worse, but you cannot bend it anymore because it's bound very tightly.
Now, do we need a roll for a success on that or not?
Okay. You don't need to roll. Though the wound is kind of itching because of the fabric.
Well, if it's itching, it's healing. That's what I say.
It's not yet. I think we need to get it bound up. We need to get you to some place with medical supplies and get it bound up properly.
I will
Also,
do my
you
best
didn't clean
not to
the wound,
scratch.
so there's a bit of dust inside of itself.
Yeah, because we don't have water here. At least not clean water.
It's not clean water. I mean, the water around Rialto is not exactly water.
No, and
It's
also
gas.
that is gas anyway, and the thing on the on top of the
There's no waterfall.
Exactly that. There's
no
waterfall. Then we don't have water at all. No.
Yeah.
Nope. Concerning, right?
Yeah. And there's also no place
to. You would like it.
There's also no place to sit down in this place. There is no furniture. There is no place to sleep. There is not even a mat on the floor. And there is no food and no water and no place to store it. And nothing in the cupboard except for women's clothes that belong to a different woman.
Mm-hmm. You seem a little annoyed with that, Patika. Are you okay?
Yes, I was just hoping that after the mess on Ada Vorgo that it looked a little bit civilized.
You were looking for answers and not more mysteries.
Especially looking for a bit of a safe place after the snow place.
I know,
first the
right?
snow place, and then the snow turned out to be radioactive. Then then Ada Vorgo in that cavern, and that we got stuck in. And this place was the first place to actually look civilized, with a little hut and windows. And then it turns out there is absolutely nothing inside.
Yeah. So now that we are actually
window.
Now that my wound has been tended to, I mean, it really was bothering me, and I was very much distracted, but I couldn't exactly express myself, obviously. I'm sitting here staring at the bookshelf. What am I looking at? I mean, I obviously I see some books there.
How many are there?
How many are there? And
so there must be around maybe a dozen books, and most of them have some sort of lock on top of them. The usual dogger thingy that we use as explorers to lock access to some books, but two of them on the lower rack do not have said lock. 2 of them are open.
Okay. I pick
And
up.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll want to pick up one and turn the page just to see.
one
if
of
it
them
is...
you do recognize because it had the same kind of cover that you found in that wooden box back in Bangalore.
So this might go to the same
Can
place.
can I roll a notice check now?
Sure. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, if the cover looks identical to the one that was in the
looks
box,
similar. It looks similar, but you never saw the box. You don't even have
I know
knowledge.
I may not
box.
have seen the box, but I saw the
Mhm.
book that was in that box in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Which means
Sure.
if it's similar, I might actually notice it too. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
Please roll your notice check.
I notice it. I roll a 2. That's a +1. That's a total of 3.
Okay. So the design is not even similar. It's identical, but it looks newer.
Okay, so I gasp. Obviously. And start babbling. That can't be here. That can't be here.
Unless there's more than one of these. See, it looks the same, but it looks newer than the one that I.
Well, that's the thing is I'm sitting here babbling that's the exact same book. It just I don't notice the time difference in it really. It's other than it may look newer, but other than that, I can't tell.
What are the odds of 2 of these things existing? Eh?
I'm sitting here just going blah, 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 and then does it occur to you that wait a second, 2 of these things
it has to be because I. Yeah, 2 of these. This can't be the same one from Bangalore. You left it in Bangalore. You
I
left
left it in Bangalore, locked up in a
your
room.
house.
What the heck?
It's in your house. It can't be
It's
here.
in my house. I have the keys right here. I jiggle my keys out of my pocket.
And the clothes in the cupboards are not your size either.
They're like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm just waiting for Lilith to actually realize that there are more than one router box, and that there's maybe 1,000 in the cavern just walking around.
Yeah, but they all link to different. They all link to different outros, right?
Yeah. They all. The thing is, though, is this is the whole. So, anyways, after I finally, I mean, it takes me a while to.
After your freak out, yeah.
I mean, a good half hour, 45 minutes of just babbling. And after I slowly slow down, and I mentioned, we can get back to our other place now. Fast.
Because we remember the way. But let's first check out this other book, because there.
Yes, very. We start looking at the other book now.
Exactly, because I also don't feel like going back to that snow place, especially because now we don't have the supplies with us anymore, and that trek to the snow was quite difficult and quite long, and that snow was also
very
quite
difficult it was difficult and long, but we did forge a path, so it should be a little easier, and we should be able to just get to the book, get to the next book, and get out quick. So I mean, we're not spending the night there again, and 2, we're just gonna take and book it. We're gonna just move.
So as you make your plans, and before you check the other book, we are going to get back on Elder Vorgo and see what Mikito and Carmen are doing.
Okay.
So after your length, Carmen just checked the state of the situation and the edge, and actually pointed out to you, Mikito, that the bags they carried, they are up there. in the branches, in the thorns. We probably need that, actually.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So
nice to be back.
Yeah. Let's get them, I think. Not the usual fruits you would expect, but...
So the bags are trapped in the plants?
They are being essentially dragged up, yeah, because the bags, essentially the two girls took them off before entering the tunnel, otherwise they wouldn't fit, and they are being lifted up in the plants.
So they're not. We can't reach them from the ground, so we have to climb up. Or
You would have to climb or find some other way.
okay. Well, first off, I might be standing still, but in my head, I'm running around in circles saying, "They're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone." So, but anyway, I calm down really
I'm
quick.
here, she says.
Yeah, I know, but now our group
I
is
had myself muted and I was laughing.
our group is split. But anyway, it's okay. Okay, I'll calm down. But I think the order of business right now is to get those bags because I'm pretty sure we'll need them later.
I think one of the dents is shredded. That's bad.
Oh.
I don't have much hope for the sleeping bags either.
How did it get shredded by the plants?
You're not here.
I know.
I know, we're not here.
We're not here.
You and I should just mute ourselves and
You hear some voices coming from the Rorto cave down there. What's shredded? No, you don't, because the boots don't carry sound, unfortunately. So, tell me.
So what you're saying is the bags are shredded, but how about the things inside the bags?
At least one of them, because you can see the color of the fabric of the tents that is pouring out of one of the bags. So at least some amount of supply is damaged. There are good odds that the food isn't, and you don't see water trickling down. So thankfully, the water is still intact for the most part.
Oh, good.
But yeah, you definitely need those supplies. Especially since you don't know how long you'll be here.
Would it be appropriate to do a notice at this stage?
Sure. What do you want to see? What are you checking for?
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything in the plants that is basically strong enough for me to climb on top of.
I see.
So should I roll?
Go ahead, please make your notice or surveying. In this case, would work also.
Okay, that's 1 plus 3 is 4.
Oh, okay. So you notice that. I mean, you know how old these plants are. They are fresh from a few hours tops, even less than that. So they are very vibrant, strong, and thick. And some bits are actually still growing. The growth that you saw when you arrived, it has slowed down dramatically. But it's still pretty active, and some you see the time-lapsed flash-forwarded details of the leaves that are still spreading and gaining color, and some of the vines are still circling around trunks. So it's fresh and strong, so you can probably find some climbing path through these trees.
Okay. So I have an idea, Carmen, but do you think it would be okay for me to try to climb up this stuff and get at least one bag? Because I know.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to actually, be on the recipient side, so you can actually toss me the stuff and I can put them safely somewhere else?
Sure. So basically, let me just get my bearings straight. We are at the edge of the crevice, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And basically the bags are sticking out from the mass of plants that's inside this crack, right?
Yeah, they have been essentially caught and lifted up. So now they are hanging from branches, or they are essentially stuck to thorns, to big thorns.
Okay. Is there any risk of me falling deeper into this crack?
I won't say there is no risk.
Okay.
Let's say that on negative results, that might just happen.
Okay.
And judging by the color of the plants and the thorns, you might be in for more than injury.
Probably, yeah, because color equals probably poison or something like that. So
most likely.
Yeah, well, just a little bit of instinct here, but I believe prior discussion I added 0.1 to athletics. So can I do that and roll for my climb?
You can roll for athletics, but you can also make more preparation and attempt to ensure that you won't actually get hurt. Because right now you are going for free climb, which is an option, but not the safest.
Okay.
And you have the DIY queen right next to you, available.
Uh-huh. Okay.
DIY queen, I love that.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Carmen, do you have any ideas to make this safer? Because, I just noticed that I might fall in even more. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have ropes, don't we?
Roots?
We have ropes.
Ropes? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, that might help.
Maybe let's try. I'm sure you know how to weave, so maybe a little bit of a net.
Do I know how to weave? Please look into do I know how to weave?
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. So maybe a net or something, probably lining on the floor, so maybe I don't fall in even more. Do we have enough rope
for a net? But we. Sorry, what?
Oh.
I hear Tomatoes whisper. It's very disconcerting. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm hearing. Well, anyway.
So what's that roll? What did you roll for? What's the check?
Me getting a check? Me doing a check?
You've just rolled, so I'm asking you what did you roll for? In which scale?
I think that was a previous roll. That was for the roll for the notice.
The notice check? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So the options here. I mean, actually, Carmen is going to make a roll.
Okay.
So she says, "Well, you can we can actually tie the rope around your waist just to ensure a bit, and I think, I mean, we don't exactly have climbing gear, but we can make things that you can jab into the trunks just so you are a bit more secure.
Oh, okay, spikes or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about the whispers, guys. I couldn't see you guys struggle anymore with that one.
So that's an option.
So
I don't think we have a machete. That would help. Maybe I can make one. Hold on. And then she just goes into her own bag, which carries fuck knows what, girl's bag. So she takes some wood that they just learned. It's dry dead wood that is lying in some parts of your level on the ravine, and she's going to try to make something sharp enough for you to not only defend yourself in case some flower becomes hungry, but also to try to dislodge and interact with some of the most stuck parts of the bags, or just to grab and lift things that are a bit out of reach. So she's going to try to craft that. And give you something. So yeah, now you have a +2. It's enhanced boost. Usually boosts are one-time usage, but for this one, it's going to last the whole scene. It will help you to reach and grab the most distant elements, but also to fiddle and unlock bags or items that are stuck in the trees. As not everything got... there are some of the contents, some items, that left the bags, either because the bag itself was opened because of the damage,
and slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, or it just escaped through the usual opening because it's been squeezed. So how's it gonna work with this? First, you're going to make your athletics check, boosted with a plus. Let's make a +2 because of the rope. +2 that you add on top on whatever bonuses you had. And also, I will ask you for which item or kind of item you want to retrieve. And we'll see how lucky you get.
Okay, so you want me to roll an item for me to retrieve?
First roll athletics, just to get inside the whole thing.
Okay. That is
a
0. -1 + 1, 0.
+2. So
okay.
That's it won't get you far. Do you want to tag anything to up the score? Or do you wish to reroll? Because at this point it's a -1, so
how about my fall down 7 times, stand up 8?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So you are taking that. You either bump your score to 4 or you have a full reroll.
Oh, let's see, 4. 4 is...
More than 4 will actually give you items directly. You wouldn't have to make the second check, just for a few of the basics.
I think a 4 is good enough. Let's get to the bag first. At least we can guarantee that we're near the bag. So, okay.
All right. So there are 3 bags because the expedition team started that with 3 people. One is very very high up there, distant and pretty caught up in the wood. Another one is down there. Somewhat, it's like pressed against the sides, the rocky sides of the ravine. And the third one is actually the closest, so you can get there.
Okay. So, will you be able to tell me right now which one seems the fullest?
It's probably the one that is, well... Yeah, I think it's the one that is the harder to get, so the one that is up
above me.
In the tree. Yeah, because the one that is down there, some of the contents have been damaged by the pressure exerted on the bag itself.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the contents just busted out. The closest one, I think it was a bag that had its content not swapped, but it was the one that you used the most when you arrived on Oberon to make the camp. So it has less food and water. And the reserve bag is actually the one that is the third one,
And that is the one up above, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
And then there
are the items that are spread inside the whole spiky bush around you.
Yeah.
There's a bit of everything.
Of course, you had to make the one that's the most desirable, the one that's hardest to get. Okay.
I mean, you gotta earn it.
Yep, exactly. So at least I'm like positioned in the middle of all 3 bags, so I can.
Not see. Exactly. You are on the path to get the closest one, and you can down there to see the second one that is pressed against the wall. The thing is, you probably would have to carve a way through the wood to actually get the second one, and then pull it up to get the bag. So each one has a different kind of difficulty, but it's hard nonetheless.
Okay.
The method would be
So-
different for each bag.
Yeah. So remind me again, when I did my fall down 7 times, stand up 8, did I use a fate point?
You did.
Okay, so now I'm down to 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Reminder for all players, you can also use your journey aspect as a full aspect, and I would actually grant you a +3 on activation. Although they are more vague and less likely to actually fall on a situation, it's still an option.
I don't think that would help in this case, actually. But let's see.
I would also remind you that you possess stuns.
Yeah. I was actually
Nothing that you should use right now, but just as a global reminder, since we are also discussing rules.
Yeah.
Stuns can help you in miscellaneous situations or contextual ones. By spending a fate point, you can get some bonus that you wouldn't be able to have otherwise.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did with my 7 and 8. So, okay.
Actually, 7 and 8 is an aspect. I'm mentioning
is?
stuns. Yes, it is.
Are you sure? Because on my card, it fall down 7 times, stand up 8 is on the stunt box.
Okay, maybe some misplacement here, because an aspect, a stance would be something that you pay for using a fate point, and it activates a full ability.
That's just the title. That's just the title.
Yep.
The description says, although with a rocky memory of past childhood lessons with karate, a +2 is added to finesse when accuracy and precision is needed. So.
Okay, my bad. That's your stance.
Yeah. So. Anyway, I really want that bag up on top. So, I don't know. Maybe, okay, what skills do I have? Research is not going to do me good. Notice or surveying. So, how about a surveying for the top bag? Or would notice be a better skill?
Depends on what you want to check for. See attempts. What's the plan here?
Let's see. Basically, again, if there's any strong spots, like me to grasp onto something up on top, or to get a foothold on something, to actually lift myself up and actually try and touch.
So you're looking for a way to get up there, not for a way to grab the bag. For now, you are checking for movement, right?
Yes, because I have a feeling I can't really reach it from where I am right now. So.
No, not at the moment. Okay, use whichever you want between surveying and no, actually, it would be surveying, and only surveying. Notice wouldn't be precise enough to actually tell you what you need.
So that would be a 6. A 6.
A 6. So I don't think you quite excel, but I would count as if. On a 6, you find the thickest vines that you can actually use almost like a ladder to climb up the trunk. Even on the thinnest parts, that are almost sharp to the touch, because these plants, they're in business, they know how to defend themselves. But then you mix in different type of elevation spots between the vines, the branches, and if eventually you find a path. And once you get up there and actually in reach of the bag, you realize that it's really, really stuck. You would actually have to lift it up some sort of hole to get the bag out. And on the 6th surveying, I will tell you that for that specific bag, and considering how the bag is configured with its strings and ropes, you might need the rope for that to actually lift it up.
You're talking about the rope that's tied around my waist, right?
That's right.
I actually had an idea though, because I do have spikes, right?
Spikes.
Yeah, because you said that I had like 1 or 2 spikes for me to jab
Yes, you
into
do.
the.
Yep.
The. Okay. I'm wondering how feasible it is to actually take one of those spikes, create a cut in the bag, and take the item. Oh no, that can't work, because then how are we going to carry all those items? Okay. Yeah, that okay, scratch that. That, talking through it actually made me notice something. So, okay.
It helps. Genuinely, it helps.
Yeah. So, this rope.
Carmen almost shouts in the distance to get you. So, what's the sitch? What do we do?
I'm still thinking. What do you have any ideas? But I mean, I don't think you can see me well from down there. But I mean,
What you need to do?
Yeah.
What's missing?
Yeah. Basically, all our stuff is missing. So yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm not good at these. Okay. So that
please
rope.
make a notice check.
Sure thing.
It's your best friend to notice check.
Notice check.
Helping you when nobody else does. So let's see what you get for me.
3 plus 6.
Ooh.
3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay. So you
Good job
notice
on the
that
6.
you notice that the rope is actually long enough for Carmen to grab. It's like 15 meters long.
Oh, if I knew that. Okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
So is she holding the rope right now? I think she is, right?
You told her to actually hold the rope, yeah.
So even with her holding the rope, what you're saying is the end of the rope that she's holding up to where my waist is, that's where it's 15 meters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a wild thought.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
having
ahead.
a wild thought, but I mean,
Do
I
it.
don't want to risk it, because do I
think
really
everybody
want?
is thinking the same thing. Do it. Just do it, please.
Just do it, yeah.
Do I really
Make the
want?
zipline.
No. I have the worst thoughts. It's so random and it usually doesn't work. But anyway, my thought was, do I really want her to come up here with me? No, that's not right, right? Because the rope is long enough.
She's athletic. She got out of the canyon before you.
Okay. Oh.
But it's nowhere near your parkour skills, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. Do you think my ocular extreme could help? Because I am grasping for straws here.
You have seen everything that you need. Now
Okay.
all that is left is invention, essentially.
Thinking.
Yep.
So the rope is long enough, so are you suggesting, Carmen, do you think, let's see, is there's enough rope, there's enough room in the rope, should we wrap the rope around the bag? Maybe that?
You would have to actually get the rope around the bag for that, and you would need room around said bag to actually do that. But there are plenty of maybe not hooks, but things that you can tie the rope to on the bag itself.
Okay.
So you can tie the rope to the bag.
Okay. Could you please remind me of how the bag is being held up by the plants again?
Didn't he say it was stuck up on a branch? Basically, it was stuck in a hole.
It's sort of nested inside yeah, essentially inside a hole between branches. So imagine it's like how to explain that? Imagine a cone that with the point that is going down, and it's essentially inside. It's in the cone of branches, essentially.
Okay.
So there are a couple peeking out from the lower parts of the cone. You can actually interact with the bag. There is even a zip that you can open directly here, so you can get some items out, perhaps, but it's still firmly stuck.
Okay. And you said something about 2 thorns, right?
There are thorns everywhere, man.
Oh, okay.
Not there in particular.
And you also said that the bag is too heavy.
Yeah, it's too heavy and too large also. Just for flavor, please make a notice check.
Okay. Okay. And that is a 2.
You hear behind you.
A 2?
You heard a snap behind you.
You heard a snap, exactly. You heard a snap.
Oh, I heard a snap behind me. I look behind me. What's going on?
And you see commented that is putting down her camera as she took a picture of you. Oh, come on, it's priceless. We need to keep these.
Okay, well, what's the next pose? What pose?
We need to get that AI to that Telgov has to simulate that picture, though.
Oh my goodness! I have stories about that AI, but anyway, okay.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The voice. So
I don't know. See, I'm terrible at these. I'm more into tune with levers and buttons, not really organic material. So,
you figured out pretty much everything that you would need to get the bag out. I could just hint you there, just so we move forward, or you could have a simpler, lesser solution to actually get something out of it, instead of just trying to play for a big prize. It's up to you.
But to hint you, just something.
Part of me wishes I was there so I could make suggestions, but
we'll keep silent.
I have to keep quiet.
See, that's what's handy with Uru, because you could snap a picture, contact somebody, send a picture, ask for clues, or maybe insight and stuff, and then boom.
We don't have KIs.
Okay, so lesser prize, you could.
Lesser prize.
Well, it would actually make you open the zip to get some items out of it,
And
then
just
you would
toss them to Carmen.
you could toss them to Carmen, or you could put them in your own pockets and make multiple trips to get the most out of the bag that you can. But it would exclude sleeping bags. It would exclude the tents, of course. You would essentially get the food and some medical supplies.
Oh.
But it's the freshest bag. It's the one that hasn't been used yet, so it's pretty furnished.
Well, I just heard. Well, I think I heard a little bit of tingling going on in the brains of some other players. So, anyway.
Quite distance.
Okay.
So,
I had no idea my
trip,
pockets were that big. But anyway, so I will.
They are not that big. Essentially, it's more like inside pockets because I assume you still have the clothing that you had on Obulan, which is pretty
casual,
pretty thick.
Yeah.
And pockets on your shorts.
Yeah, I think honestly, not usually, but because he was traveling, I would think that he would want to wear something that has a lot of pockets so that he could hold a lot of stuff. So, but usually when he's around town, he doesn't really like wearing big pockets on his pants. But
of course, he's a scholar after all. So essentially, I would ask you to make. You don't have to make all of them, but up to 3 athletics check.
Okay.
For all the trips that you can make to actually save some supplies. So you will decide which type of supplies you grab to get back to Carmen. And once you have exhausted all 3 rolls, then you will have everything, essentially. So you have to decide if you get the water, the food, or the medicine.
Okay. So if let me just clarify.
And if you happen to fail a roll, the supplies are lost.
Okay.
Well, lost. Okay. They are down there, so.
Yeah. So just to clarify, do I specify the supply first, then roll?
Yes.
Or do I roll, then specify the supply?
You specify first the supply and then you roll.
Okay.
That's why it works, yes.
And it's food.
And if you have any spark of intuition, idea, or invention to actually make the trip handier, some smarter way to carry the stuff, please do so. As at the top of my head, I can think of a couple. And I think the girls over there do so as well, judging by the reactions.
Well, first off, can I tie the items on the rope? Would that be more secure than?
No.
No. Okay.
Not directly.
Okay.
Can I ask some questions about the environment to get a better picture?
Sure.
You said there's branches and trees all over the place. I don't suppose there's any branches or trees covering where they could just throw them.
Sorry, what?
I'm just asking about the trees. Is it cover everywhere? The branches, do they like crisscross the canopy?
It's not crisscross. It's extremely vertical, actually, for the most part.
It's like Spire, but it's made out of plants.
No, but I see what you mean. But no.
No, not really. Oh, okay.
No, not really. Fortunately, there is no big ass plasma ball just beneath your feet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, the magnetic storms or the crystals? No, that's a whole different thing. But structure-wise,
it's very vertical.
It's not like a dinner either. It's more like a showerwood situation, but without all of the constructions. It just goes up. The canyon itself and the Bazaar Plateau are the only non-vertical elements that you see. And the ground, of course. But you don't see the ground anymore because it's full of plants. So, what's the method here? How do you proceed?
Okay. I'll do my first roll, and you said food supplies.
Which kind of supply do you want to get? Yeah, food, supplies, medicine. Food, water, medicine.
Food, water, medicine. Water.
Okay.
Rolling in 3. And this is notice?
No, this is athletics.
Athletics. Okay, so that's +1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What the hell? Oh, I'm in the wrong window. Sorry.
You don't see the roll, yeah. Okay. Did you type that from Twitch?
No, it's something else. Okay, I'm in the right window. 3, 2, 1. That is a +2.
Total of them?
That's a 2.
Okay, that's a success.
Okay. So that water.
So you manage to climb down and to get at least the water of this bag, which is up to. Let's see. How much do I give you? Yeah, you get 4 bottles of 1.5 liter each. So that's 6 liters of water that you get out of the trees.
Okay.
So Carmen gets up to your level. She takes the bottles. All right. So you managed to get that down by yourself. It's pretty heavy. You're buffed, clearly.
Okay.
She gets the bottle and she puts it back with the rest of the supplies. That's one down. 2 to go.
Medical supplies.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. What the hell? Oh, wrong window again. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank you.
You also get the medical supplies.
Thank you. Okay, that's a 3.
In fact, you get all of them.
Okay, good.
You get the first aid kits and whatever extras that you actually got while you were
You have
shopping.
no idea how happy future Lilith will be.
Yeah, we need that.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
and food.
And the food is lost, yeah.
Oh, the food is lost?
Last.
It's last.
Last?
Oh, last.
Last.
So not lost.
Last.
No,
Okay.
fortunately, there does seem to be a strong presence of wildlife in this age, so no birds pecking up at your food.
No, and no
Oh, good.
accidental.
Not that they
no
would try to eat some dried soup anyway, but you know.
No strange
Okay.
things that come out of links and suddenly
Oh, yes.
eat all the food.
3, 2, 1 for the food.
Buy food.
And the food is gone.
Ow. Ow.
Essentially, you try to get the food, it slips off your hand and starts cascading out of the bag. You can hear the biscuits crack. You just see the color of the boxes. They open, shred, and get into morsels down there, and it's irrecoverable.
I'm sorry.
It was a -3, not a -4.
It's still a negative score.
No.
When you look, if you
Now
look
the
back,
food is lost.
if you look behind your shoulder and you look at Carmen, she just shrugs in defeat. You got 2.
I hope you didn't enable the video mode on your camera and actually capture that, did you?
It's a vintage camera.
Oh. Well,
It doesn't have that.
well, sorry for me not being up to date with my DSLR models. Okay.
I mean, you did most of it, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, actually, that was my strategy though, because the water is the most important thing. Because I think you get you get thirsty more than you get hungry. So
you need
water
more
is
than
more.
you need food. Absolutely. Yeah.
Water is more.
But the
important.
water is more important. Yeah.
Yeah. and we got the
Because you
medical
can find
supplies.
other sources of food on the way. It's harder to find actually potable water. A clean one that won't give you disease. So she starts pulling gently on the rope to tell you essentially to come back, since you're still in the middle of the death zone of the murderweed.
So do I just
You can make the trip back for free.
gingerly climb down, and am I on the ground? Am I on solid ground now?
You're not on the ground, you are on the plateau that surround the ravine.
Okay. And it's not jumpable, huh?
No, because it's filled.
Okay. Wow. Let's see. I guess notice check, maybe.
It's a no-brainer. If you want to go back, you just go back. You made the trip once, so now you can do it again.
Oh, I thought we were done. I thought we were done. You know.
We are done rolling, yeah. For now.
Oh.
That one is free, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Just to see,
what exactly are we doing right now? Because I thought we were done retrieving stuff from the bag. So I'm actually trying to get away. I'm trying to climb down from the plants and get to the ground, right?
Yeah, but the ground is actually filled with plants. So what we call the ground would be where Carmen is, which are the basalt plateaus that are around the ravine. But the ground itself currently is filled with plants. You cannot step on the ground.
Okay. I'm sorry, I am totally lost. How did I get from the rock ground to the plants in the first place then?
Because when you see ground, I thought you meant the soil.
The soil? Yeah, the soil.
You can't get on the soil. It's filled with plants. There are 3 levels. There are where you are now. There are the ravine level that is outside of it.
Yeah.
And the ground level on which you all linked in when you arrived on El Vorgo.
And Carmen is on the ravine level, right?
She's on the second level, yeah.
Yeah, that was my original question. Can I?
You're on the third.
Yeah, am I on the ravine level?
No, currently you're up in the branches. You still haven't climbed down.
Oh, okay. Yet. I thought I could just climb down easily. So now I have to.
You can if you tell me. Just mention it and you are down there.
Yeah. Can I please climb down easily and get some footing
so
on some?
You get down to Carmen essentially.
Okay, good. Yay. Okay.
Welcome back. And we'll get to the girls now. Unwritten.
Hold on, I do have one last question.
Go ahead.
How much time has passed? Is it nightfall yet?
No, it's not nightfall.
Okay. We will come back.
You made the trips in like a couple of hours tops.
Okay.
Maybe 3. Let's make it 3 if you want a solid count.
Okay.
Back on Notch-Ralto.
Or the special Ralto.
You examining the second book that is unlocked in the library.
What does it look like?
Library, more like a bookcase.
Bookshelf, yeah.
A bookshelf.
What do we see in the window?
In the window?
I mean,
the picture window when you open the book and you see the flyby?
The gateway.
You see mostly colors. Lots of colors. It's not blurry though. It's like a texture. It's like well, first of all, it's a moving image. It's a full flyby, but you see it's almost unreadable because all you see is plants upon plants upon plants upon plants, and it's rainbow love the colorful. It's very lush. You recognize the plants.
Yeah, could this be the same place that we came from just now, but then on the bottom?
Can we roll a notice? Do we need to roll a notice?
You don't have to roll.
We don't have to roll. We recognize those plants.
Is it El Vorgo?
You also notice that the book looks fresher than the one that you found in the Oberon Palace. And it had, well, I don't think you actually bothered to check the cover, but it would also be the same cover.
Okay. Then it looks
this, like this one doesn't have the. Oh, sorry, it was Mikito that actually saw the notes on the
written in red ink.
I'm sitting here looking at the book, and I look over at Prictia and I go, "What the hell's going on here?"
Well, at least we have a way back to. At least we have a way back to our friends. If we go,
yeah, we have a way. Yeah, I mean, in fact, we could actually. I wonder if we can go now and not actually get hurt. We could say, "Hey, we found another way through."
Huh. I think it would be the best.
I mean, that would actually. I mean, that would actually take and calm everybody down if we could get back. I'm in no shape to move. Honestly, no shape to move or climb that.
No, and especially also moving from that snow place. I think we should link to this one and just start shouting and hope that they hear us. Hope that they're still in the vicinity and that they can hear us, and then maybe.
Well, we could just pop right back in the same spot we were at. Who knows?
Yeah.
You want to try and see what happens?
I think this is our only way, because I don't know if we can get back into that really small cave, because with your knee I don't think you'll be able to crawl in that.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting right here and waiting for things to happen. So,
I think we should link to this back to that plant world.
Yeah. I think you should link to that plant world. I'm not capable.
Bring them here. No, exactly. You stay here and
And you go get them.
Yeah, and then
of course you're not using the word link because you.
No, we're not using the word link.
We're just something else.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go there, but I just hope I can find that book again in the cave. We can still, but I will try and reach it from there, because that is the only book that leads here.
Well, we did take it out of its metal box that it was in when we came in. So that means if when the plants go down, it would still be there. So so it should be where we left it, of course, but that just depends on where you look in. Link, or that just depends on where you appear in at there. So
I think probably we'll end up in the same. Let's hope we'll end up in the same place. I think I'm going to go too. You stay here, and I will try and fetch Mikito and Carmen.
Okay, that actually sounds like a plan. In the meantime, I'm just gonna sit here and not touch anything, because this seems like it's a very big mystery that's for you.
Yes. Yeah, and any of these books might be one of these special books again. So let's not touch anything.
I'm sitting right here and going, I've had quite a bit of an adventure. Maybe I'll have some peace later.
Yes. Okay, so I put my hand on the book with the colorful plants on it, and it goes boom.
You have a tingle on your hand. It vibrates a bit, and then you don't disappear. You actually stay right where you are.
Why? Strange.
Wait, you went nowhere?
No, it didn't work. Why doesn't it work?
What?
Oh, I wish I could say something.
What?
But Relto and Ada
It's your turn for something to say.
Relto and Ada Virgo can't be the same age, right?
Oh.
No. I mean, we heard the bomb.
Lilith, do you want to? Yeah, but it was a different sound.
Is the link broken?
It started to build up and then it collapsed.
Yeah, so it's not that it's the same age, but.
Oh no! We heard a different sound, and we just didn't notice it right away. We heard a different sound. It started to go, and then it just stopped and collapsed.
Yeah. And I don't know
it didn't
why
go
I
anywhere.
didn't go anywhere.
And you started. You're looking at it and going, huh? And
Yeah, I don't understand what happened. Every time I touched the image of these other books, and then I ended up somewhere else, and now it's just not going anywhere.
Zach, you wanted me to roll a notice. What was it? Right? Or you wanted me to roll a notice, right?
What do you want to try to notice? No,
Well,
I was just asking you if you wanted to do something.
I was actually thinking I should probably roll for something, but I'm not sure what it is I'm supposed to be.
Maybe a notice. Either one of us can roll a
I don't.
notice.
I'm not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a
no?
note. It's not going to be a notice in this case. I don't think.
Lilith?
You
do have an aspect for that, don't you?
I do, and it's an aspect.
Now let's just see which skill to mix it with.
Exactly. It's one of my aspects with the.
I would say experiment if you have it.
I was gonna do my tune to chaotic frequencies.
Yeah, but that's
with my empathy.
not a skill. Oh, with empathy.
With my empathy.
How?
Do my journey. Basically, the way it the way it works is I'm sitting here. No, that's not going to work either. Never mind, because I would have to just basically be completely. No. It's going to have to be tuned to chaotic frequencies with surveying, I think, in this case. Because I'm gonna slowly flip through the book.
Okay.
While feeling and just trying to see if I'm basically trying to sense if something is missing.
Yeah.
Something is missing in the graffiti or in the pages,
within either the book itself, or if the book is missing a page, or if
it's missing in the general sense.
Basically, I'm just going to take and flip through the book. If there's a missing page, I might notice binding there. If there's missing, if something doesn't seem right, I might. That's the whole idea with the tuned to chaotic frequencies. Is I'll see something that doesn't look right, even if I don't know it offhand.
So
yeah, that sounds like what you. Yeah, that sounds like what you would need here, because neither of us can understand what this book is, but then you could sense if something seems off about it.
Yeah, I can sense if something seems off, and I mean the other books I've got good enough examples on that. Going through this, I should be able to notice if anything's wrong. So I'm gonna roll a surveying combined with my tuned to chaotic frequencies.
Surveying only works on land essentially, or areas. This is an item, so it would be either experiment or notice. Notice in this case will work because you are using your internal senses and intuition and your special kind of focus.
Yeah.
So notice would work.
Okay, so it's going to be a +1 on that then. I was thinking it was going to be a +2, but a +1.
Pretty good. Do you want to do anything on the meantime? Because the lift is going to take a while doing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really want to use the other book yet, because that would involve a very long trek. So first, first I want to see if Lilith can find anything out about this book. Maybe I can have another look at the cupboard to see if anything more is in the cupboard.
You don't see anything else in the cupboard.
So also no hidden notes or something hidden among those clothes.
Not if you keep only examining the huts. But the outside might have something else.
Yeah, we're only looking inside the hut right now.
Yeah. Okay, then I look. Then I go
Lilith,
out.
I think it's a total of 0.
A total of 0, and I
if
think
that +2
that
spending a fate point, you would bump it to 2, or you could reroll.
I think a 2 is good enough in this case.
Okay. So I will tell you that The last time you've warmed using this leaking book, or a leaking book that was alike, the panel was drastically different.
What is the panel
First of
looking like
all,
right now?
right now, it's just it's as rich in colors as a piece of cloth, or it's just colors and texture and wood everywhere. But last time you linked, there was an upcoming dawn, and you could see the ground.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we have to wait. Maybe we have to
No,
wait for
actually,
the sun to set.
I'm thinking. The more I'm paging through this book and looking at the image, I'm going, this has got to be time based. We have to wait till it's wait till there's ground to actually go there.
Yeah, I
guess.
think it's not letting us through, probably because the plants are also dangerous. So
No, the
we
plants
have
are blocking the landing site.
Yeah, I
I
think
guess.
so. Yeah.
That's
appearance place. Yeah.
I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is, and you know that actually makes
Darwar, did I
sense.
hear you clap? For real? Was that
No.
sound? Okay.
No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't do anything.
I heard something, I don't know.
No, so it sounds like
But
you're
I was
right
about-
in it. We have to wait for the sun to set over there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was about to say, oh, you guys are geniuses.
Okay.
That was really that was good. That was a good puzzle, Zach. Very good.
Yeah.
That was the basis of the puzzle, essentially. I'll explain later, but there are some other things to witness on this age, but you get the gist of it. So, in the meantime, since you've decided to wait for nighttime, do you do anything?
Yeah. At least I go out.
I'm in no. Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna be just sitting here staring at the bookshelf
You modded the
doing
age?
nothing.
Okay.
I will
pretty
go
cool.
outside and
Yeah.
check out the environment of the hut, because it looked like, yeah, it's still night, but I still have that dynamo lamp, and there is a moon outside, and it looked like the little island kind of thing that we are on is bigger than the hut is. So maybe there is something
Yes.
behind the hut.
Behind the hut. So of course you use your headlight for that, as it's dark, it's night.
Yes.
Also, it's well, the air is fresh. Oh yeah, you were also glad once you arrived that there was something on this edge that you absolutely needed, which was oxygen, which you were glad for. So if you want to make a surveying check, please do so.
Yes, I have a +1 in surveying, so it's 2.
Next total of 2. You can confirm that there is nothing behind the huts.
Okay. And there is one big tree on the island?
There is a big tree, yeah.
And the ground is uneven near the tree, right?
The
I
ground
dig
is
over there?
uneven. Okay. How do you want to dig? With your hands?
That's just with my hands. See if there's anything buried shallowly in the ground.
Okay.
Notice?
That would be. What do you use to dig?
Just go on my knees and dig with my hands, because there's
No,
soil.
I mean which skill? Which skill would you use to dig?
Yeah, I think for the digging is not a skill, but noticing if there is anything in the ground.
I mean, notice can't be used for everything, can it? So I'm just going to check the skill list.
Experiment, research.
Could be any of those, yeah.
I have a +2 in experiment and research. Maybe just
Intrusion?
experiment. Intrusion I don't have. Maybe even surveying again, since it involves the
surveying, yes, but I will allow the check if you actually manage to get your hands off any sort of tool that would ease the action itself.
Can I break up somehow this piece of window pane that I have? So I have this window cover, which is a piece of skin, leather, drawn.
I think you would only break it.
Yeah, exactly. But if I break it, then can I use the wooden sticks, say, that the leather is drawn across? Could I use those to dig into the ground?
Possibly, yeah. So that would make it. Yeah, let's go with.
Craft, experiment.
Yeah, experiment. I would allow experiment.
Are
Yeah.
you seeing something that you think you should dig up?
I want to dig near the roots of that big tree where the ground seemed a bit uneven. So I'm wondering, because this place is so weird and there's things hidden everywhere, I'm wondering if there might be like a box or a message, or I don't know, a pocket watch or something that somebody buried in the ground over here. You never know.
Oh,
Hinting the noobs here. Sorry. Would you like to help her, Lilith?
Can you even move with that knee?
can I even move? That's the question. And I'm sitting here.
You
I'm
can
sitting
move.
here. I'm sitting here going. Is it a good idea?
I mean,
How
technically
easy
you
is
are.
what
you are static.
the pathway from the door of the hut to the tree? Is it a relatively easy walk, or is it?
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
Climb?
I mean, it would be. You wouldn't put yourself at risk solely because only the upper part of your body would be involved. If you leave your lower body alone, the lower part of your body without any strain, you wouldn't get into any sort of danger or risk.
Yes. So you can't
Use your
go and
hands.
sit. So you can't go and sit on your knees to dig because that
No,
would
I can't
hurt.
go sit, but
Oh.
I can walk over there and take a close look and see what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
Also,
And then in case
they
I
are
miss
Instead of being
benches.
from far away. So yeah, I can help. I can help out some, and I don't want to be a supervisor, that kind of thing. So
Lilith, let me just point out that there are benches on this router.
There's benches. Are they around the tree?
You can move them.
Are they stone? Are they wood? Are they heavy? Are they light?
They are stone, but
stone,
they are
right?
they are liftable stone. It's not
Liftable stone. Well, maybe
they are not
you can
related
drag
to the ground
them.
or anything.
You can drag them, but they are heavy. I guess
But they are heavy, I guess.
They did always look heavy. You can also lean against the tree next to me and then just stand there and see if you notice anything that I might miss.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. Is I could probably
will need physical
sit
help
it
in this case.
To move the bench.
You can move the bench, yeah.
Yeah, we can move the bench, but I'm gonna need help with moving the bench.
Maybe
I will say that as long as you don't make a negative score on your fate roll, you will move the bench without.
Okay.
I mean, you won't complicate your wound. You will either succeed or fail, and all you need to succeed is not go negative on your dice roll. Well, on your total, because I assume you will also add your athletics, which is currently malused by a -1.
Yeah. In that case, we're gonna attempt to move one of the benches. Attempt, because I'm only gonna take and put so much effort into it. If I feel I'm hurting myself, I'm gonna just outright stop.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that means if my wound complains in any which way, I'm just done.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see what we got here.
So hit that roll. 8. Come on. I got a 1. So instead of a 0, I actually get a 1. That's cool.
Okay.
Because you had only +1 in athletics?
I had a +1 in athletics with the -1 debuff and just this. Yeah, so just 1. Cool.
Okay, so you managed to actually push the bench or manipulate it in a way that you gives him some momentum, so you manage painfully to move that
Move it into a spot where I can help out a little bit.
in the global direction of the tree, and then it is seeing you strain. Pretty guy seeing you strain, gets up from its her digging, helps you out. You get the bench next to the tree, so you can sit and rest your legs, and also help her dig essentially.
Mm-hmm.
While you actually, let me just make a roll here. All right. So now you can attempt to dig. Pritika, you will have a +1 because of Lilith, who can't actually give you a full bonus.
Yes.
So please make, were we saying experiments?
Yes.
Okay. Roll experiment.
Oh.
Add a +2, +1, sorry.
-2.
And
I have a +2 myself, and then a +1. So that makes it a +1 in total.
that's a 1. Okay, so you will progress on the task, but you won't succeed completely. But you won't succeed enough to notice that there is something under the tree, because the dirt gives way to something else, to a shape that seems to be a container.
Okay.
Yes, I do like boxes. What you gonna do about it? It's a box for
I knew
sure.
that. I knew there was a box.
Is it a wood box or a metal box?
I knew there was a box. I remembered uneven ground, and I knew Zach put a box there.
Box there, yeah. It's neither metal, stone, or wood. It's generic industrial material.
Some plastic
But
box.
it's a plastic box. Yeah, it's something that wouldn't be damaged by any activity from the tree. That wouldn't let humidity pass through. So plastic would make sense, actually.
Yeah.
Something that's high technology.
But it's not. It's just plastic, you know. But it could be rubber. Anyway, but it's still under there. You just managed to expose it enough to know that there is something under the tree.
Can I
but
pull
it's
it?
still mostly stuck. No, you cannot yet.
Okay,
Can
well,
I remove more of the dirt?
Can we work on digging it out?
You barely can, Lilith, because of your state.
Well, yeah, but at least I'm helping.
Pritika, you can make another attempt if you manage to change or improve something in your method.
Okay, how do I improve my method?
Well, all you have is just this one little stick to take in.
Nope. There's more. I just thought of more. I remembered more.
Well, there's also pieces of leather from. There's other sticks.
There's also pieces.
And a piece of leather from the windowsill.
Well, is it?
Keep going.
I'm looking around us here now, and are there any fallen branches off this tree?
Oh yeah, the sticks and the sticks that were in front of the Relto, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, why don't you try making a shovel, a forked shovel with the leather wrapped around the fork, so that way you can just shove the dirt off. I mean, it wouldn't be the best shovel, but at least it would do more than just
stick, yeah, or even the leather wrapped around two sticks. I was
thinking
exactly.
Because you mentioned it, Pritika, they are indeed sticks and stones, or other. I think it's logs and stones.
But what is a log going to do? Is a log going to be better than the stick I have? It's okay. Well, maybe
if
Lilith's
only you
idea.
had Carmen.
Maybe Lilith's idea works. That if I take the piece of leather, so that I've salvaged from that window cover, and then I take two of the sticks that are near the door of the hut, and I tie those together with the piece of leather around it. So now I have a broader, wider kind of stick with leather wrapped, so I can move more dirt with this.
All right. You would need a craft roll with.
I have a +1 in craft.
3 successes.
Does my +3 help hers?
If you have
you can.
+3 in craft, then you should do the roll.
Exactly.
I have
because
a +3 in. Yeah, I do have a +3 in craft.
you should
perhaps you should
make
do
the
it,
sticks. Yeah, you should make the sticks.
That way you already know.
-2 +3, so +1.
Do you want to tag an aspect note or reroll? Or
Let's
just
tag my
+2,
what's
so you make
wrong
it
in
a
this
3?
pic. Let's tag my what's wrong with this picture thing just to take and make sure I'm not doing something wrong.
I'm
So-
not sure it actually, fits for this kind of situation. Unless you tell me
Alright.
how. Because
I can also
try. As I'm taking and putting these sticks and tying them together, I have to take and make sure that they're shaped in the right way, so that way they're not folded the wrong way. And yeah,
Okay.
so
I'm buying it.
it's partly visual there. So
yeah.
I'm buying it. So let's say for the sake of practice that it works. So you have your somewhat shovel that is handed to you by Lilith. So Pulika, you have this new tool and you can attempt, and I say attempt, another roll since this shovel actually counts as a boost. So you have a +2 to your roll.
Okay, so I have again the experiment that already gives me a +2, and then I have another +2, one from Lilith and one from the shovel.
Wait, hold on. What?
Well, I have
you
experiment
have the
as
boost.
fair. I have experiment as fair, so that I get +2 in.
Okay, so that's
and then
+4 total,
yeah, and then I get a +1 from Lilith, and then I get a +1
No.
from the shovel.
The passive +1, since she did the craft, she won't give you the bonus for this.
yeah,
So it's actually, quote unquote, just +4.
it gets put into the shovel.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the shovel gives me a +1. So then it's basically in total a +3.
No, it's a +4 because you
+4
have your own stats and the +2
Yes?
from the boost. So that's +4.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So
make
for
never mind.
experiment -2 becomes +2.
It's a +2.
Better than the +1 I had before. Yeah.
You make progress on the box. It's not completely out yet, but you can see that it's in decent shape, and you will eventually be able to pull it out. Maybe not just yet.
And I dig again.
Roll again.
I just keep digging. This box is. It looks like the only hope we have at this moment.
The digging that you are doing right now is how long is going to take for your turn to complete until we get back to Mikito on Edelvogo.
Okay.
Yes.
So
okay.
we will come back to you.
Yes. Yeah, digging here.
Diggy
Mikito, come in.
Hello.
So you've sorted out the supplies, and Carmen is over there making pictures, because honestly, who wouldn't if you had the opportunity? Because aside from the obvious danger and tension from your lack of supplies and all the food that is down there among murder weeds in the ravine, the sights are pretty beautiful.
Keep on going.
Aside from all the disasters, it's pretty beautiful.
What are you talking about? The sky, the horizon,
Everything.
Really?
Yeah. The plants are, the colors are extremely vibrant. They're menacing, but they are pretty. Doesn't change the fact that they are very, very lush. As for the sky, and you also can see a couple of other ravines around you. They don't have your bags, of course. It's only for that one ravine. But the contrast between the gray blackish stone that you are currently standing on and the erupted flora is it is pretty. It is pretty. As for the sky itself, it's pretty cloudless. It's shiny, but the sky has some sort of diluted yellow. It's not golden, but it's some sort of copper shade. But it's not as orange, but it's almost like the sky was, or at least an upper layer was inhabited with some sort of mist. It's very diffuse. You can see the sun, but it's larger than it would be on Earth because its halo is kind of thick. Or maybe you're all just inside a giant cloud. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that thick with
key
two
point-
C's?
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Leave that to the
So-
pants.
Yeah. So keep on going with the sun. The sun is still up, right?
Yeah, it's still up. It's following its trajectory.
Okay. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about the book, because I have a feeling that
Which
we
one?
want to, the one that our two friends escaped from.
Okay, the one you barely know about at this point, I think.
Well,
But that you know more about than the other book.
well, I know that they disappeared, and it had to be some sort of book that they used. So I was thinking maybe we want to follow them through that book that they used. And you're saying that we barely know anything about it? Let's see.
Well, you saw the book on Obulan when Perdika found the note inside. And then the girls mentioned yet another book that they found inside the tunnel. So there's one book you saw, and one book you got told about, and that's it.
We left 2 books in the tunnel, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 books in the tunnel.
Hmm.
So basically, what I'm going with this sun thing is that the sun, if the sun is if the sun goes down, I mean, do the plants retreat? Do they retreat again? I assume they do.
You will have to wait for that moment to figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because do we really want to wait that long, or do we do something right now? Because other than that, I have no idea how to move forward.
Real question. Can you do it? Can you even access the books right now with the plants the way they are?
I'm thinking no.
It would be hard for you to even try to make an estimation, since you cannot even see the entrance of the tunnel, because the plants are so vertical that they completely block the view.
Yeah.
Carmen doesn't meet your gaze as she's asking you this. Mikito?
Yeah?
Do you think we are ever going to get back home? I mean, even if we found our way back, how do we get our minds off this? And she gestures with both arms to the environment that surrounds you. Who would believe us?
I don't know. You have a point.
I feel like our eyes have been irreversibly open to the existence of other worlds. These places, it's almost like walking through dreams. What we saw, what we felt, I certainly felt a lot of it. How will we manage to get back to normal life after all this? Is it impossible?
Yeah, it's like it's like a whole other possibilities have been opened that we wouldn't even imagine of. So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, now that we have a second to breathe, I'm starting to ask myself that question. See, what would you do once we get back to Earth?
Personally, I don't know. I mean,
to start with, yeah.
I mean, I would I wouldn't even know how to approach the professor because I don't know how I don't know how we're gonna say that his book is magic.
Right, the professor. I completely forgot about him with all the emotion.
Yeah, back
I
to
mean,
square one.
I think, well, not exactly. First, because, and then she gestures to her camera. We have this.
Yeah,
First off,
we have that.
and then, I mean, we could get samples to prove it out. People would understand that it's not coming from our planet. It's completely
Alien
extraterrestrial.
organic material.
Alien organic material. That's AOM. Yeah, I like it. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we could take samples. We could try to prove what happened. As for the professor, I think I remember from my vision that when I asked, and then again, don't ask me how, why, whatever happened in that sort of dream, fever dream, radiation fever dream. But when I asked, I got confirmed that the professor didn't know what the book was for, did, or even its capabilities. But would I trust my own fever dream, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty much surprised that you haven't taken some of the leaves and made a salad out of it. So
She actually told us something, saying, "Say what now?" I've learned
I'm
my
just
lesson, though. No
yeah,
tea.
I'm just
I
surprised
got
that
it with the snow.
yeah, don't take a red leaf, don't take a blue leaf, don't take a yellow leaf and make a salad out of
A
it.
salad.
Okay, I'm on it.
Don't take the red
I just
pages.
can't. I just can't.
I have Kenny flashbacks. You were saying?
I have no idea what to do. Because apparently they had to have escaped to somewhere, but we can't find it. So do we really have to wait until? Because that was my original thought. Because I mean, do we really have to wait until the sun goes down so that the plants recede and then we can take a look more into that crevice or whatever it's called?
Wait for the sun to go down. You mean that this? What do you expect to happen? That it just fall off?
The plants sort of, they don't grow. They do the opposite of growing. They shrink.
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
But
they
yeah,
might be worried. They might be wondering, what's taking them so long or whatever. But we have absolutely nothing. We can't reach anything. So
I think they know what's taking us so long. They know.
true.
But once I get back to Earth, I think I'm going to start with a hot bath because the essentials comes first, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably develop those pictures because people will probably assume it's all edited and photoshopped beyond recognition, or even AI made. That's fine. I mean, at least the memories will still be there. These images.
Don't forget your detox, honey, because of that radioactive snow.
The snow.
Right. So how on Earth am I ever going to justify my need for a full decontamination?
No, I was
But
thinking a
right,
simple.
we want the opposite. We want the opposite. We want them to believe us that we went somewhere else. So that works. So yeah, these images will always have some worth, if only for me or the four of us. She's thoughtful for a moment, then she gestures toward you, smiling. Do you want to do a selfie with me, using this pens as background?
A selfie?
Yeah.
How many more shots do you have left on that vintage camera?
Plenty.
Plenty. Okay.
So you pause in front of this huge wall of colorful plants as the background. It's actually pretty aesthetic because of both the texture and the light and the gradients of the colors due to the sun. So she takes a couple of pictures, and in one of them she puts her head on your shoulder. I'm glad to have someone to share this bit of adventure with.
Oh yeah, there was romance in this, right?
And that's where we cut.
Oh my god. Zach, you're not doing this to me, are you? Zach, you are not doing this to me.
I will only say, and this only, that Belle approved.
Oh no.
Oh
Belle
Belle approved. Okay. Okay. That at least gives me some reassurance. So at least she approved it.
I wouldn't believe that. Anyway, back
I'm
to
sorry I'm
Arturo.
laughing so hard. This is just good.
Please laugh. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, girls, back on that mess as lost in the clouds.
Have we finished digging?
Oh, you kept digging?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
We have dug. Okay.
We've just dug and dug and
you have
dug and
managed
dug and
to remove the dirt that is on the side of the box, and then you have enough space to actually grab and pull it out. So it's a plastic box with a dark blue cover.
How big?
How big? Let's see. The
size of a book.
No, it's a bit more larger than that. It's rectangular in shape. It's I won't give you the Roman measurements for that because I don't know them. So it's like 30 by 15 centimeters.
30
Okay.
centimeters.
And they immediately went to convert that.
For me, it makes sense.
It's a box, whatever.
Well, yeah, I actually have to convert centimeters to
Imperial.
It's larger. It's larger than
American.
the book. It's the kind of box that you would put extra clothes in. It's meant for storage.
Yeah, it's a largish plastic storage box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I wave to you, give you the honors of opening it up if you want.
let's open the box. I will open the box.
Okay. So you open the box, and the contents are pretty puzzling. Both of you can make a check if you want.
That is for notice, or
Probably a notice.
Well, actually, I will make a basic description. I will make the check afterwards if you want more details. Essentially, what you see inside is well, first of all, there's another box, a smaller one, which appears to be more precious. It has some engravings on it. It's a shiny wood. And it appears to be, it's not ancient, but it's vintage. And next to it, there's a big book.
okay, interesting.
The first thing out of my mouth
big,
is
I mean it's like 3 times thicker than any books you've found so far on this journey.
Okay, yeah, but
And
I don't know
for
how
this
big
one
these
time
special
only,
books-
I would say your assumptions are correct.
Well, my assumption is that it's a descriptive book.
Perhaps.
But, or
um.
well, maybe let's open the book and see what the image.
Well,
if it.
I see these things in here and I go, that box is probably jewelry.
I don't know about the box. Maybe
it
let's
would make
first,
sense. Actually, you would be right in assuming. I mean, it looks like the kind of place or box that you would put jewels in.
Yeah,
And,
it definitely the box looks like a jewel box.
Sort
the
of.
jewels, or maybe very valuable messages or letters that you wanted someone to have, and that might give us clues.
It is clearly meant for precious content. That far is obvious.
Yeah.
And Perdika, so I assume you pulled the book out of the box. carefully.
Yes, and
Mhm.
I am opening the cover.
While she's
as
doing
you-
that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a close look at the box.
Sure.
Yeah, you take that box. Yeah.
You see that the box is not locked.
The box, it's not locked. It's not locked. It
Well,
just opens.
it's secured by some kind of thing that you pull out easily, pretty much like the locks in the
Okay, yeah,
the case.
an easy clasp type thing. Gotcha.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
to keep it, hermetic
All
as
right.
much.
Well, before I open the box,
Mhm.
I'm looking very closely at the box, the external, the outside of it. What do I
Mhm.
see? Do I see any drawers? Do I see? Is it just one lift up top
It's one lift
on
on
a
top.
hinge?
Yeah, it's you don't see anything else on the outside of the box. It is as I described.
Okay,
Simple
so
box.
just a simple box, very nice outside, flip top,
As you
hinged.
take it,
Uh-huh.
you notice that the contents they don't jiggle, but they click a bit inside, like it contains maybe some fragile things.
Okay.
And Predika,
I
as
don't.
you
As I pick it up and I hear that, I take and tilt it a little bit harder. Just tilt instead of keeping it level. I tilt the box with with two legs down a little bit, like I accidentally, like I'm turning it on its side. What happens?
so you actually shake the box. That's what you mean?
No, I don't want to shake the box. I just slowly tilt it.
Slowly tilt it. Yeah, the content inside seem to move, but they
I
don't move
stop doing
much.
that
Like
and bring
they
it back. I
they
stop doing that and bring it back.
the sound hints you that they are not exactly well. They would be what you would call stacked, but on an horizontal level. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
Okay.
I have a sneaky suspicion what's in the box to be
Oh,
out of
it's definitely
character
that.
right now.
It's definitely that.
Mm.
I open the box. What colors
And
do I see?
you, it's mostly black, or at least
Uh-huh.
it's stained black inside. There
Uh-huh.
isn't much ink left. In fact, it contains barely any ink at all. Looks dry. But you see the pencils, and you see that some of them are stained with a bit of dried ink. As for the cover Predika that you've lifted, you don't see any leaking panel.
Is it
But
yes?
you see that it had been started. It contains some writing. And it is Garo-FT. It is the language that you have seen in the leaking book so far.
It's not. So, are there blank
It's
pages in the
incomplete.
back?
Yes.
It's not finished.
There's no linking panel. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a
this is
treasure right there. That's
This
a
is a
treasure.
yeah. This is a writer's box, but that ink is all dried up and things. Yeah.
Well,
He buried it here.
Most of the parts are either wiped clean, or you can see that they have some level of dry ink inside, or the glass is stained due to repetitive, filling and emptying. But there's only one of them that has only a little bit of ink. Like it's maybe 1 millimeter, 1 milliliter in this case, of ink inside.
Yes. Yeah, and we can't do anything with it anyway because we have no idea how this works. Okay.
You can emit theories on what this is, on what it is for, but yes, indeed, please keep the meta knowledge out of the situation for you. But you do recognize that it's similar, at least partially, to the books that you have seen so far. but this is the first time that you encounter some
It's not finished.
some material that is still in progress.
Yeah. Okay, this is.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, but it's not something we can. It is very interesting. This
It's
looks
very
like
interesting, but it's not really
Yes.
something we can use currently, is it?
it's not. It cannot help us. Can we maybe go back to the hut and check that book out to see if those plants have disappeared yet?
Come again, sorry.
Can we maybe go back to the hut and check out the book to see if the plants have disappeared yet?
Okay. Please, one of you or both of you actually make a surveying check.
Okay, I have a +1 in surveying.
I got
Yeah,
4.
Oh, 4. So, Lilith,
You
you
get-
will see something. Yeah.
You have no surveying skill, Lily?
Hold on, I have +2 in surveying, so +6 total.
That's a 6. Okay. So, I think you are the one who monitored the most the situation through the leaking panel out of both of you. So I mean, it's not easy to see because of the momentum and dimension that you see on the panel itself. But 6 is a 6. So you have noticed that the sun has been coming down more and more, and you can somehow evaluate how long you would have to wait for night to arrive.
Okay.
The sun will set in 2 hours.
2 hours. We've been digging that long.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
we have to
assume
spend 2 more hours
you
here.
did breaks.
Yeah, it's just one of those. We still have some time before we can actually wait for the sun to go down over there. From what I'm sensing from, as long as time is the same both here and there, we have a couple hours yet still. What else is here on the island?
On the island, I mean,
Were there
aside
any
from-
pillars for books?
no, there are no pillars.
No pillars.
There are no pillars. There are these benches, the logs and rocks, the tree, some fireflies, 2 moons and shooting stars,
And what?
and that's it. And shooting stars.
Shooting stars.
And that's it.
Yeah, so we have to spend 2 more hours here, basically. So what else can we investigate?
We've been. Have we searched the entire inside? We've searched the entire inside of the hut. We've looked at the entire outside of the hut. We've dug under the tree.
I tried to climb up the tree. Maybe I'm not sure if there's anything there.
Is there anything in the tree?
Yeah.
You lack what you would need to actually climb up the tree. The branches are too high.
Yeah, I'm not even bothering. I mean, we can look in the tree and see if there's anything, but I don't. It's also dark, so we might have a hard time seeing anything at this point. So.
Yeah. Can I make sense of the symbols carved into the tree, the decorative things?
You will put your attention on the patterns that have been carved. This will be difficult. Please make a notice check.
Okay, notice is +2 now for me. -1 +2, so it's +1.
You don't make any progress.
I see what she's doing, and I just add my little itty bit of noticed as well. So, well, it doesn't help. That just adds 0.
Nope.
Never mind.
You remain puzzled. Maybe you try to poke inside the pattern to see if the tree, I don't know, reacts or opens something. You go for Myst, but you don't actually found anything.
Okay.
You click everywhere.
You click everywhere. I
Yeah.
love those words.
Yeah, what else can
That-
we
Mhm.
do on the
Are we
island?
are we done here at the moment? Are we
No.
basically waiting for a couple hours?
You can decide to skip time, but I would say that there are still at least one thing that you haven't found if you want to dig there. If you want to
Dig
push
there.
to look closer. But if you want,
What
we
are
can
we
skip,
missing?
and we can also skip back to Edovogo to actually make progress. 5,
My apologies. I'm just
4,
confused as to what we're
3,
missing.
2. That's fine. You will get back on what eventually. 1, 0. Okay.
Yeah.
So back on Edovogo, eventually the sun sets on the horizon, and you witness something interesting. Mikito, you see that the top of the trees, which are the first to actually get deprived of sunlight, they start to wither and shrivel. You see that the leaves blacken, they bend, they fall, and you witness pretty much in a matter of maybe like barely a minute the death, the not the decomposition, but the shriveling of an entire grove. It gets thinner, it breaks. The colors, they fade into shades of gray, and all you see and hear is the crackling and the breaking of that beautiful forest that just gets reduced to twigs in instants. Of course, the bags fall as well. And soon afterwards, all you can see is a stack of twigs that seem to retract into the ground. They wriggle, they break a bit more, they turn to powder, and then they just meld into soil. And soon enough, it's all flat down there. And so it is for the rest of the canyons around, who have lost their colors and their plants. They went to sleep for the night.
Well, I'm glad you took that picture before that happened.
Yeah, me too. Should we get down there?
Sure.
And of course, you too, ladies on Muerto, you witness something similar, though from maybe a more dramatic point of view. In fact,
Yes.
you can, if you are paying enough attention, you can almost see Mikito and Carmen coming down inside the canyon.
Oh, now it's time to go back.
Can I roll?
Lilith.
Can I roll? Shall we roll a notice check as we just before we look at the or while we're discussing the choice of linking back?
What are you trying to see?
Well, you said if we look closely, we could we would see Carmen and Mikito
To do a
making their
notice
way to the cave. I'm wondering if either one of us noticed it.
They are just getting down to the canyon. They are getting on ground level. That's all you see for now.
But we.
They are
Okay,
making
so
sure
we actually see it.
they are being careful. Yeah, you just witness it.
Yeah, we see it. We actually see it. We don't need to roll another check for that. Okay.
No. You see the death of the grove, which is plain obvious. And then if you look around long enough, you also see your two companions getting down inside the ravine.
I think we just stay here until they show up. Unless you want to take and make sure they come here rather than to the other place. Your thoughts? Brigitte.
I'm okay with that. In fact, Zach, if I might add something, I would like to add that while Carmen is climbing down into the cavern, I motion my hand and she takes my hand and I, you do one of those things. She leans on my hand and I sort of do that gentlemanly thing and and then she jumps down into the floor and says, "Whoo, okay, yeah."
She smiles, gives you a knowing look, but she doesn't engage into the tunnel. She just gets down with you on the floor of the ravine, and you see that the pattern on the floor with that sort of living ground, it's almost wriggling. It's slowly rearranging, like it's like stepping on skin somehow. It's that feeling again of walking on something that is way more inhabited and alive than it seems at first. But now you know why.
So it's like the ground is like wriggling.
A bit, yeah. But the grumbling, the vibration that you felt at dawn, it's been present here, but it's going away.
Okay. Well, I don't like how that feels.
The edge is closing down, if you will.
Yeah. I don't like how that feels on my feet, so I just go ahead and hobble over to the hole where we had all that trouble going on, and I don't stick my head in, but I just sort of peek inside. And do I see anything?
It's quickly dark again.
Okay.
I have a question real quick. With the die off of the plants, what happens to the rest of the bag stuff?
The bags are on the floor. I've mentioned earlier that they went down. Some of them were actually heavy enough to just break through a whole stack of twigs. And the floor is littered with biscuits and food and maybe cans.
So none of it is salvageable.
Tiny bags. Some of it is. I mean, some packs are open, and actually, you must be quite hungry. So why not help yourself? Since you didn't have any food. In fact, you're hungry. So maybe make a dinner right here on the floor. And I assume that you two girls from Marto eventually link in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Lilith.
I think that's what we're
we should go there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go there just to verify. I mean, we obviously see the food strung all over the place there. It's like, I'm hungry. So, yeah, I think we should do that, and we'll explain when we get there what happened at Rolto, or this place we're going to call the island in the sky.
Ooh. The Skyland.
That's the Skyland, yeah, because there's no other description we have for it right now. The island in the sky.
It's like a weird island in the sky, exactly. But let's go back to where Mikito and Carmen are.
So you've won.
Yes, so we touch the book and then
the noise triggers twice. And as the current explorers on Vogo look around, you see two Indian women appear.
Finally, we found you guys again.
Oh, hi again. Yeah,
we saw so many strange things. We were on an island in the middle of the sky, and we found one of these books, like the ones that have been transporting us everywhere. they.
And you're not gonna
But it was
believe it.
okay.
You're not gonna believe it. One of the books is the exact same one that brought us to the first day and age.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Exact same book. I don't know how the hell it's even. It's on my desk at home. How is it there too?
I mean, maybe it's been reprinted. I don't know.
These are handwritten
Oh,
books.
sorry. She doesn't actually
These are.
understand you since you're
Yeah.
speaking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
was.
I just remembered.
Yeah. So I'm
Rip.
translating. That is. Yeah. I'm translating to Carmen. So yeah, the same the same kind of book that that
Yeah,
brought us
these are
exactly the same
handwritten.
book. Yeah,
Exact.
and they are handwritten with ink, with dipping ink in like glass bottles or something. We
Yeah,
found those also
I'm
in the plastic
sorry, but
box.
in the middle of all this chattering, I just stand up, run over to them, and start hugging them uncontrollably.
Yeah. And I hug you back. How have you guys been? Carmen, how are you
Well,
doing? Mikito?
obviously we missed you, as demonstrated by Mikito, and she joins in the hug. So it's a
Yes.
three-way hug and maybe a fourth-way hug if joins also in.
Well, Lilith tolerates the hug, but is very standoffish, anyways.
Okay.
Just Lilith is Lilith. She's had a rough life and less friends than other people expect. So.
Carmen then disengages from the hug, gestures around and says, "Yeah, and sorry for the mess." And you just see all the food everywhere. I'm hungry. Who's in for a
I could have done
snack?
better.
Yes, we should also have something to eat and to drink, Lilith, because this the place we went to, it has no water and no food and no furniture and nothing.
Lilith, you feel a sharp pain on your knee.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
noticed.
I
There's something
scream.
wrong with.
I kind of sort of
You whimper?
whimper, moan, scream, kind of sort of thing as I twist wrong and nearly collapse on my leg.
Carmen, where did you put the medical supplies?
Oh, here. And she pulls out a full medkit.
Eyes of worship hit you, by the way.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm talking to Kh'ris. Eyes of
Okay.
worship hit Mikito.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
I don't have the reference either, sorry. Eyes of worship. Okay.
Eyes of worship. You have the medical supplies and you're fixing her leg.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Carmen immediately gathers what you would need to prepare dinner, except she looks around and say, right when we need wood, we don't have any. Dang.
And we didn't bring the wood from
Relto.
from Galton, from that place, no.
Wait, you had wood?
Yeah,
Well,
there was wood.
Somebody could go back there.
Hold on, how did you get back? Yes, you mentioned that there was another book, right?
Yeah, there was another book
a book
right
to
here.
So we have essentially a way to come back here also, right? So we can get the wood, or we can even eat over there.
Yeah, and the book should be in that tunnel. Do you guys find the books in the tunnel, or?
They have.
I'm
don't
gonna
think they've
dive
been in
in
there
and
yet.
get it out.
Yeah, maybe I can.
You should get
lead
both books out because there was two.
Maybe I will.
She doesn't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe
she's-
the two girls should go in there because they know exactly what's in there and they've already been in there. So we have no idea
Yeah,
what.
at least. Well, Lilith can't crawl into that tunnel with her knee, but maybe Carmen, you can follow me. There's also a second book over there. We found two books. That's what Lilith was just saying.
Yeah, sure. I mean, while you two do your thing, get patched up, we are pulling the books out. So you two get to the tunnel. You carefully go on your knees, and I mean, the Roto book is super light anyway, so it takes a second to take it. And Carmen gives you your Roto book, Pulika, and she also gets deeper to put the cover back on the leaking book that she found deeper inside, and also pulls the book out. So now you have 2 leaking books.
Yes.
All right, 2 books. That's it.
Yeah, so let's go back to
No more
the
things to find inside? Okay.
to the others, because I don't think there was anything else inside this. So let's take these 2 books back, and then we can also have a look at that second book.
There was also, I forgot to mention, a heavy metal clang of something falling down when the plants went out, but only Carmen and Mikito heard it.
Oh.
Okay, so
I assume, yeah, so Mikito is going to perform the medicine check in order to heal Lilith. So please make your roll. If you have anything to add to it, an aspect you would like to tag, or if someone else would like to also help to give a boost, they're welcome to do so.
I pretty much do need some boosts because I don't have a skill
Lilith,
in
you
medicine.
cannot intervene in this.
Well, being as I can't exactly communicate very well with Mikito, the only things that could possibly apply in this case would be either rapport or empathy with Mikito as he's working. Right?
I mean, Lilith, as you are the recipient of the healing of the first aid, you cannot actually help with the roll.
No, I didn't think so.
So you have the first aid kit, so it's a boost of +2.
Okay, because I do not have medicine as a skill, but I do have craft as a skill, but I don't think that has anything to do with
No. You would in medicine.
Okay. So would this
So
be
you
just
have-
like a regular roll?
It's a regular roll, and since the wound is actually heavier now, it will be a difficulty of 4. With a 4, you can put essentially the level 2 damage into its recovery phase.
Okay.
Crossing my fingers, you get a 4 there, Mikito.
So with the boost of +2, right? I'm just trying to get my bearings.
Boost of +2, and I think pretty care you can also help in some capacity here, perhaps by putting more hands on the job. So you will roll first, Pritika, to see
Then
if you can give.
For which one should I roll?
Medicine.
For medicine, yeah. I also don't have medicine, but I can just roll a regular
You
roll.
need a positive score in order to add a +1 to whatever Mikito is going to roll.
I have
That's not
-2,
happening. Okay.
so no, yeah.
So I do have a journey aspect called sometimes clumsy, often precise. So maybe that would help with the.
It would.
With the positioning of the bandages or something.
It would.
Okay.
So first, let's make a roll, and then we'll decide if it's a reroll or if you can add +2 to the score.
Okay.
Knowing that you currently do have a +2 because of the medkit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
That's
okay,
a 3.
So that's a 3. And if you tag your aspect, that's a 5. So yes, Lilith, you can take that your minor consequence of bruises is now in recovery phase.
Cool.
Which means that the mouse is out, but you are still vulnerable on the part that was hit when you scratched off.
Just be gentle with things.
It's patched, but it can still reopen if you strain. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
All right. So Carmen looks at you, Pritika, and says, "So you say you have what we need to make a fire over there, right?"
Yes. Yeah. I think.
Unless you guys want to eat cold, but I think we are going to get cold anyway because it's nighttime now.
We should make a fire. Yeah. So yeah, do you have anything to make a fire with?
Well, we have a tinderbox, but we just need wood.
Clearly you do, because you have wood wherever you went.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
So I assume we just go there, and then when we are ready, when we are fed, and perhaps we should even sleep, depending on how tired you are.
Yeah, we can sleep in. We can sleep inside that that house. Yeah. So I guess
Mikito looks back over his shoulder and checks to see if there are any intact cans of food on the floor.
There are bags. Yeah,
Mm.
you probably want to link them in Toronto as well. In fact, you probably would want, since that now you have an open way to go back and forth, I assume you want to link everything through Alto just so you have a safe base and a fixed one at that. That you can go back to easily.
Perfect.
While Liv can't understand all the communication and whatnot, she has voiced her concern to Prakita here about why don't we just take everything and set up camp there? That seems more secure. It actually seems homey compared to this place.
Yes, yeah. So Mikito, do you need help picking up the cans? Then we can all take cans of food with us and link to the place where I went with Lilith.
I can take a lot.
Okay. Then I guess I open the Relto book and all of us link through or go through.
As you guys are linking, who has what book where? Who's carrying the other linking book we just pulled out of the cave?
I assume Carmen kept it.
Carmen kept it. Does she link before me?
I think what's happening here is kind of what's happening also end of character is that you all look at each other and you don't know in which order you want to link or who's carrying what. So I think Carmen is just going to take she's going to put the book inside a bag so she can carry more. And then she's going to put a bag on her back and take another in her hand. Not another bag because there are only 3 bags. So they're going to put the book in the bag and put the bag itself on her back. And with her free hand, she's just going to link to the age Pradika is showing her. So,
Boom.
she's out.
Yeah.
Okay, next, Kh'ris or me?
I motion. Would you like to go first?
I shrug and I mime grabbing a bag.
Okay.
So is there a free bag of stuff I just grab and link next?
Are there any bags left? I think there is. There
are 2 bags left. One of them is essentially pierced. There's a big hole inside, so you would have to patch the hole in order to make sure the contents doesn't fall out. But what's going on here that you actually tilt the bag with the whole side up, so it doesn't fall anymore, and then you try to, get it with your arm, so you are actually lifting up the bag, and then you link. Just so at least it goes with you.
It goes with me easy. Okay.
Okay, so I hobble over to the book. I make sure that I have a good grasp on all
Both of
the
you.
cans.
Especially, I would say Pradika will make the first roll, and then you, Mikito, will make the second one, just in case she fails. But I'm going to need you to make a survival check.
What do I need to roll for?
Survival.
Survival check. Oh, I don't have survival in my skills, but I can roll.
Because there's a heavy hint that you need currently for everybody's safety.
-1.
-1? Okay. Mikito, it's on you.
Survival, huh?
Ouais.
Oh.
Well, shit. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see how this turns out.
Do you would I have noticed it before I linked out by chance?
You might. Yes.
might as well take and add my roll to the mix. That makes it a
Wow.
+1.
That's not enough.
Not enough.
Okay, so who's next to Link? I assume it would be Mikito.
Oh, now what do we do? Because now I'm dreading this. I thought.
Well,
we
we go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we should just act like no roll happened, basically, because we don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's basically what we
Rolls are
had
made
done
on
in the
right.
first
So
place.
it's all on you. It's all on you, Mikito. Yeah.
Well, what I was saying was that I would just make sure that I have a good grip on the cans, and you know what? How about if I divide the pile of cans into two, and I have a smaller pile of cans in my hand, and I'll just take another trip back. But anyway, I put the pile of cans in my right arm, and with my left arm I go ahead and touch the book, and I hope nothing happens.
Okay, you've won one in your water. Prilika, you are alone on End of Vorgo.
Are you
the
holding
cans
the book?
still there?
A what?
The cans are still there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I want to follow the others.
Okay, so how do you link, essentially?
Oh.
Yeah, now you get it.
Wait, how can I? Why can I not link? What?
Because you're gonna leave the book
no,
behind.
Oh, that way, yeah. Oh,
I was
because
asking
yeah, but
how you link,
but
which position and stuff.
How
Yeah,
are
and I
you
can-
linking?
Do you take
What do you-
precautions?
Oh yeah.
But you're not aware of what
Oh, because I don't know what's
Errol
going
just
to
said.
happen. Oh, I'm
No, you
not.
don't?
I don't know what's on that anything is wrong on the other side, because I'm just linking, and in Eralto itself, then we have, or the place we came from, we have a book back to this place.
What I'm interested in to know is, do you link with the book on your hand, or do you put it on the ground? And I will ask you to put all the meta knowledge out of the judgment of the character and make a sincere decision.
Then I leave it on the ground, because I don't, I never picked up any of the others, and as far as I know, it wasn't even.
Well, I was under the impression that you were holding the book for us open as we
She
were
was.
linking out.
Yeah.
So why would you put the book?
Yeah, that's also my thought.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm holding the book for you, so then I'm still holding it, and I touch it while I'm holding it. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Even out of habit, I mean, I think you just.
I think you would just take it, put your hand on it, and not even think about it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I'm already holding it. Yeah, I'm already holding it. So then,
Okay.
I'm holding the book, and I boom.
See how I'm trying to be fair here to not.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you've won. And finally, you are all four on Naruto and Prilika. To your shock / surprise, or maybe not.
I still have the book in my
You
hand.
realize that you, well, actually, since you pretty much welcomed each other once you linked, you hear the linking noise. You turn your head on the linking endpoint, and you see Prilika holding the book, the hand still on the panel.
Yeah.
For the others, as you, since Carmen was the first to link in, she already selected, cleared, and built the spot for the fire camp that you will use with the logs and stones that are finally useful for something. And yeah, she just built a fire. She has started to install whatever you need to actually heat hot food, which is cans, food, whatever fresh things that you still have in there. And she's making dinner.
I had linked shortly afterwards, so I had helped her start collecting things for the fire. I'd put
And
the
she made
bags
it
down.
anyway,
And
because even though I rolled a 0, she's got a +4 in craft.
It smells really nice already. But did you guys notice that somehow the book
well,
went with
I
me?
was just about to say that as I heard the Vwalm, I look up and my mouth drops.
Yeah, because the previous books, they were all left behind, right? I don't remember taking any of them with us. Is this book just strange, or is this place just strange?
Common shrugs.
Okay.
Maybe. I can't still remember.
Yeah.
Keto
Maybe we should just go and eat. I think all of us are tired.
and hungry.
Yes. We all sit down and eat. I'm inviting everybody to go and sit with Carmen and have dinner.
Eat.
Yes.
Are,
That's the most
are we
important thing.
Are we wrapping it up here then?
Soon enough, yeah, but you still have time to make a few actions.
Well, let's see here. We've got dinner on. We've got.
You have water. You have your wound patched, which is good. You have some food. You will take a moment to install the tents.
Mhm.
As you have sleeping bags, and actually you're about to make the most comfortable Ralto that ever existed, because you can actually sleep there with what you have installed. Carmen makes a trip into the hut at some point to notice and see that there are some women's clothing inside the wardrobe. That there is a bookcase with some books that are locked and some that are opened. She looks hesitantly at the book of Obulan that remembers the snow and shuts the book shut. And she also, in almost out of instinct, she takes the last book that you have, that she came with, the book to that new place, and she puts it inside the bookshelf.
Oh. So next to the ones
There was
that
a space open.
So next to the ones that are already there, next to the one that went to Ada Vorgo and
As she puts the book inside the bookshelf, there's a weird, somewhat Yisha-like noise of some arcane energy going off, and it fizzles out. The noise, not the book. Something happened.
Something happened.
Okay.
Okay then. I'm assuming the book is locked in place now.
So can it's okay, Carmen.
She then exits the hut.
I was studying this bookcase